feel the vastness of the ocean, a world of its own, where creatures of unimaginable size and terror roam. You might have heard of or watched movies on these giants of the sea. The sheer scale of their existence, their terrifying power, can send shivers down your spine. But hold up for a second. Have you ever heard of Porfirio? Let's dive in to learn more about this terrifying creature that haunted mankind for centuries. A formidable creature in the treacherous waters. The Eastern Roman Empire confronted a threat in the 6th century that went well beyond legend. A colossal whale named Porfirio haunted the seas, terrifying Byzantine sailors and catching the attention of Emperor Justinian I. The origins of Porfirio's name are uncertain. Some suggest it references divine beings or towering giants from Greek or Roman mythology, while others believe it was inspired by the whale's dark purple skin, reminiscent of the royal Byzantine garments. Witnesses described its hue as inky, adding to the creature's mystique. Porfirio's ruthless attacks claimed the lives of soldiers, fishermen, and merchants, and destroyed numerous Byzantine vessels. Eyewitnesses report that the creature measured 45 feet long and 15 feet wide, leading to speculation that it might have been a sperm whale. This would explain its aggressive nature and longevity, as sperm whales, with few natural predators, can live remarkably long lives. Porfirio's reign of terror lasted over 50 years, during which he sank many ships and terrified countless passengers, diverting them from their courses. The whale's main hunting grounds were the Bosphorus Strait, a crucial waterway slicing through what is now Istanbul. This strait was the lifeline of Constantinople, the Eastern Roman Empire's capital, which functioned as a vital maritime crossroads linking the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara and beyond. Troubled by the threat to his empire's lifeline, Emperor Justinian vowed to capture or kill Porfirio. However, despite their naval prowess, the Byzantines needed to be equipped to handle such a formidable opponent. The legend of Porfirio continues to symbolize the eternal human intrigue with the vast, uncharted waters of the world. The Menace of Porfirio. Porfirio was notorious for his ruthless and indiscriminate attacks, claiming the lives of soldiers, fishermen, and merchants, and destroying numerous Byzantine vessels. Eyewitnesses reported that the creature measured 45 feet long and 15 feet wide, leading to speculation that it might have been a sperm whale. This identification would explain both its aggressive nature and its longevity. Sperm whales, having few natural predators, can live remarkably long lives, and Porfirio's reign of terror lasted more than 50 years. Greek scholar Procopius noted that Porfirio sank many ships and terrified the passengers on many others, diverting them from their course and taking them great distances. The whale's attacks created widespread fear, significantly disrupting maritime activities. Byzantine sailors and merchants, aware of the creature's presence, were forced to take long, inefficient detours, impacting trade and communication. The economic consequences were severe, as the once thriving trade routes grew quiet, and the empire's economy suffered from reduced fishing and trade. Porfirio's legendary status grew as survivors recounted harrowing encounters with the giant whale. Despite many attempts to subdue the beast, the Byzantine fleet was ill-prepared to face up against such a strong foe. The few who survived encounters with Porfirio provided vivid descriptions that only added to the creature's fearsome reputation. Porfirio's legacy endured, symbolizing the perilous nature of the seas during that era, and the enduring human fascination with the mysteries of the deep. The lifeblood of an empire. Porfirio's main hunting grounds were the Bosphorus Strait, a crucial waterway slicing through what is now Istanbul. This strait was the lifeline of Constantinople, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. As a vital maritime crossroads, the Bosphorus linked the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara and the Aegean and the Mediterranean seas. This connectivity made the Bosphorus a bustling conduit for trade, with ships from various regions navigating its waters to reach markets in Europe, Asia, and beyond. The strait was essential for commerce and a key military asset, allowing rapid movement of naval forces and protecting Constantinople from potential naval threats. The strategic importance of the Bosphorus cannot be overstated. It was central to the empire's economic prosperity and military strength. However, Porfirio's presence in these waters threatened this vital artery. The colossal whale's attacks on ships caused fear and disruption, forcing vessels to take long detours and significantly impacting trade and military operations. Emperor Justinian I recognized the gravity of this threat and took measures to deal with the menace. Porfirio's reign of terror of the Bosphorus underscored the delicate balance of maintaining control over such a critical waterway, pivotal for the Eastern Roman Empire's survival and dominance. Emperor Justinian's grand vision. Eastern Roman Emperor Justinian I, or Justinian the Great, was a visionary ruler who propelled Constantinople to unprecedented heights during his reign. Under his leadership, Constantinople flourished, emerging as a hub of religious influence, political power, and immense wealth. Iconic landmarks such as the majestic Hagia Sophia bore testament to the Justinian's profound architectural and cultural legacy. Justinian harbored a grand vision of restoring the Eastern Roman Empire to its former glory, a feat heavily reliant on maritime trade. However, this vision faced a significant threat in the form of Porfirio, the colossal whale terrorizing Byzantine shipping lanes. Despite Justinian's ambitions and the empire's naval prowess, Porfirio posed a formidable challenge, disrupting trade routes and instilling fear among sailors and merchants. Despite the empire's formidable military and economic strength, Porfirio's reign of terror cast a shadow over Justinian's aspirations. The whale's relentless attacks threatened the very lifeline of the Eastern Roman Empire, forcing Justinian to confront this menace head-on. In the face of Porfirio's aggression, Justinian's legacy of prosperity and grandeur hung in the balance, requiring decisive action to safeguard the empire's maritime dominance and secure its future prosperity. As news of Porfirio's ship-sinking prowess spread to Constantinople, fear took hold of Byzantine soldiers and sailors alike. Vessels started to embark on lengthy and inefficient detours to evade the waters where the whale lurked. Sailors clung to amulets to secure safe passage through the treacherous seas. The once vibrant trade routes fell silent as merchants opted for safer, albeit longer, journeys. The repercussions of Porfirio's terror were felt far beyond the shores. The Eastern Roman Empire's economy suffered as international trade faced severe interruptions. Fishing vessels, once abundant at sea, now hesitated to venture out, fearing the wrath of the colossal creature. With each passing day, it became increasingly evident that Porfirio threatened the empire's prosperity. In the face of such adversity, the Byzantine Empire grappled with a foe unlike any other. Porfirio's reign of terror seemed to tighten its grip around the empire's throat, throttling its lifeline and plunging it into uncertainty. As ships avoided the once bustling trade routes and sailors whispered tales of the monstrous whale, it became clear that Porfirio was not just a threat to maritime safety, but a force capable of undermining the very foundations of the Eastern Roman Empire. The hunt begins. Emperor Justinian, deeply troubled by the threat to the empire's lifeline, vowed to capture or kill Porfirio to safeguard Byzantine shipping lanes. The immense creature was causing such a disturbance that Justinian even put a price on its head. However, despite their naval prowess, the Byzantines needed to be equipped to handle such a formidable opponent. The brave sailors, tempted by the substantial bounty, ventured into the treacherous waters hoping to claim it, but none succeeded. Those who survived encounters with the giant whale provided vivid descriptions, contributing to the legend of Porfirio. Porfirio, a colossal whale, haunted the nightmares of Byzantine sailors, disrupting the vital maritime trade routes that were the lifeblood of the Eastern Roman Empire. The Bosphorus Strait where Porfirio prowled was crucial for the empire's economy, linking the Black Sea to the Mediterranean. Fear gripped the hearts of those who depended on these waters for their livelihood. Ships began to take long, inefficient detours to avoid the whale's territory, severely impacting trade and the empire's prosperity. The once bustling trade routes grew quiet as sailors carried amulets and prayers, hoping for safe passage. Justinian's determination to rid the empire of this menace was driven by the need to restore confidence in the safety of maritime travel. The whale's reign of terror had lasted for over 50 years, during which it had claimed countless lives and caused significant economic damage. The emperor's proclamation of a bounty on Porfirio's head was a desperate measure to rally the best sailors and hunters to confront the beast. However, Porfirio's sheer size and ferocity made this task nearly impossible. Historians believe Porfirio might have been a sperm whale, known for their aggressive nature and long lifespan. Eyewitnesses claimed the creature measured 45 feet long and 15 feet wide, adding to its terrifying legend. The tales of Porfirio's attacks, often embellished by those who lived to tell them, painted a picture of a monstrous leviathan. Despite numerous attempts, the whale continued to elude capture, solidifying its place in Byzantine lore as an almost mythical creature that symbolized the power and mystery of the sea. Real sea monsters. At this time in history, many cultures had few encounters with whales, often regarding them as vicious sea monsters. Whales were seen as terrifying creatures due to their size and behavior. Today, we know them to be relatively intelligent animals, but the aggression exhibited by Porfirio contributed negatively to their reputation. Historians now believe many sea creatures mentioned in ancient texts were likely whales. For instance, a 13th century Norse text described a beast named Hafgufa, which trapped vast schools of fish in its mouth, much like modern whales. This method of trap feeding is well documented in modern marine biology. such historical accounts reveal how, once feared as mythical monsters, whales are now understood to be fascinating, complex creatures. The legend of Porfirio, in particular, underscores the human tendency to mythologize the unknown, turning natural behaviors into fearsome tales that endure through the ages. End of a giant. In the end, it was Porfirio's vicious nature and enormous size that led to his demise. According to historical accounts, Porfirio chased dolphins near Constantinople, swallowing many whole. When he accidentally became beached, stranded in the shallows, the beast struggled to return to the water, but became stuck in the mud. When locals learned of the whale's predicament, they armed themselves with axes and swarmed the scene, thirsting for revenge. The small blades of the axes did minor damage to Porfirio's thick blubber. Determined to end the terror that had plagued their waters, the locals used ropes and wagons to haul the whale up the beach, where they gradually and painstakingly chopped him into smaller pieces. The demise of Porfirio was met with rejoicing as the people of Constantinople celebrated the end of a long-standing threat. Some who had participated in the gruesome task even ate the whale's meat raw, eager to claim victory over the formidable creature. The more expansive empire breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that fishermen, seafarers, and traders could now traverse the waters without fear. Despite this, the legend of Porfirio persisted, instilling a deep-seated wariness in the hearts of those who remembered his reign of terror. Later historical accounts varied, with some suggesting Porfirio was mythological, while others believed he was a natural, albeit extraordinary, sperm whale. Regardless of the truth, the story of Porfirio remained a powerful symbol of human resilience and the eternal intrigue with the mysterious depths of the sea. The death of Porfirio. The small blades of the axes did minor damage to Porfirio's thick blubber. The locals then used ropes and wagons to haul the whale up the beach, where they gradually and painstakingly chopped him into smaller pieces. The demise of Porfirio was met with rejoicing. Some who had hacked him up on the beach even ate his meat raw. The more expansive empire was greatly relieved to learn of the creature's death, and fishermen, seafarers, and traders were now much safer. Emperor Justinian's grand vision of a prosperous empire could continue unhindered by the menace that had plagued the Bosphorus Strait for so long. Maritime trade routes, once paralyzed by fear, began to thrive again. Ships no longer took long, inefficient detours, and the bustling activity of Constantinople's ports resumed. The empire's economy started recovering, with international trade and fishing activities flourishing again. Sailors, previously haunted by the tales of Porfirio, now navigated the waters with renewed confidence. The legend of the giant whale, however, lingered in the people's collective memory. Stories of its monstrous size and terrifying presence were passed down through generations, becoming a part of Byzantine folklore. Despite the fear and destruction it had caused, the tale of Porfirio also served as a reminder of human resilience and triumph over seemingly insurmountable challenges. The end of Porfirio marked a turning point for the Eastern Roman Empire, allowing it to continue its trajectory toward greatness under Justinian's rule. A legend lives on. Despite the death of Porfirio, the legend instilled such fear in the people of Constantinople that many doubted the whale's demise, fearing that Porfirio might still lurk in the depths. Later historical accounts vary, with some suggesting Porfirio was mythological, while the most widely held belief is that he was a natural, albeit extraordinary, sperm whale. One of the most famous and significant works of literature ever produced, Moby Dick, by Herman Melville, mentions the case of the Bosphorus behemoth. The story of Porfirio likely inspired Melville, and the enduring fascination with such leviathans suggests a collective imagination captivated by the unknown depths. This tale of a colossal sea creature terrorizing an empire symbolizes human intrigue with the mysterious and dangerous unknowns of the ocean. Porfirio's legend, blending fear and fascination, underscores the timeless nature of maritime myths and their impact on culture and history. The story lives on, reminding us of our world's vast, uncharted waters and the creatures that might still dwell within them. Porfirio's reign of terror may have ended, but the whale's shadow continues to loom large in the history, a testament to the power of myth and the human tendency to fear what lies beneath the surface. The blend of historical events and mythological elements in Porfirio's story captures the imagination, reflecting our enduring curiosity about the sea and its secrets. These are the details on the shocking ancient whale. Do you really think such creatures could exist today? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. For more interesting historical stories, hit the subscribe button to our channel, like and share the video, and I'll see you on the other side.